Now a story you will see only on CBS This Morning. We have reported on vehicles with dangerous defects. Star Trek actor Anton Yelchin was pinned and killed last weekend by his Jeep Grand Cherokee. Regulators say the make and model were under recall. If you already own a vehicle on notice, you are alerted by mail. But some used cars for sale may have defects that have not been fixed. Anna Werner is here with an undercover investigation. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, Nora. If you're looking for a good used car, you undoubtedly want one that's safe. And that probably doesn't include buying a car with a safety recall that could injure or kill you. We wanted to know what the experience would be like for you, the consumer. Are dealerships and used car lots selling used cars with dangerous recalls? And if they are, would you know?
If you see one you like, let me know. We'll take that to test drive.
We're on an undercover shopping trip in New Jersey to see what salespeople will tell us about used cars with unrepaired safety recalls, some of which have seriously injured drivers.
Any recalls that even pertain to this vehicle got done.
Any issues, we are responsible.
Take this BMW X5 at Premier Auto Group of New Jersey. The federal website that tracks recalls says it has a defective airbag. But when we asked a salesperson named Najee about airbag recalls, he told us,
I don't think the X5 they have this problem.
At this Penske Acura dealership, we found this 2012 Acura TL with the airbag defect still unrepaired. But salesperson Nicole told us,
we're a corporate complex, so we won't sell anything that's going to give us a bad reputation.
Clean Carfax, clean condition.
At this auto lender's, a salesman named Chris admitted his dealership does sell cars with the airbag defect, but told us not to worry.
There's only like 2 or 3 people killed by it, but they don't even know what's causing it.
But he's wrong. At least 11 people have died due to those airbags, and regulators did find the cause, a problem with a volatile chemical compound. At dealerships around the country, we found used cars with not only those recalled airbags, but other serious safety defects being sold. Everything from brake corrosion to faulty ignitions to rollaway hazards. Clarence Ditlow heads the Center for Auto Safety.
Any outstanding safety recall is serious. It can lead to a crash, a death, or an injury, and you should never buy a used car that has an outstanding safety recall in it.
Problem is, there is no federal law that requires used car dealers to inform you about unrepaired safety recalls on the cars they're selling. And those defects can prove tragic.
I lost my best friend. I lost my child. And in my mind, it was something that was preventable.
A Takata airbag explosion took the life of Alexander Brangman's 26-year-old daughter, Jewel. In a minor car accident in 2014, the driver's side airbag exploded.
It was a fender bender, so she should have walked away from it. If you could imagine a hand grenade and the shrapnel of a hand grenade, it hit her carotid artery, and she bled out. She lost 9 pints of blood. She coded 3 times.
Her car was a rental, but a used car buyer could face those risks for as long as they own the car. We wanted to know what some of the salespeople we had spoken to undercover had to say about those recalls. At auto lenders,
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk on camera.
They referred us to corporate, who told us before selling a car, they share the vehicle's Carfax report, which includes accident and title history, odometer readings, and recall information with all buyers. The other dealers told us they disclose recalls too, but Ditlow, who watched our undercover video, is skeptical.
They may have a stack of papers, and somewhere in there it might say it. But if you go to the average used car dealer, they're not going to say, look, this car has an outstanding safety recall on it, you need to get it fixed.
Back at the Acura dealership, we asked Nicole, did you know that this car has an open airbag recall?
I did not.
Should that car be out there?
No, it should not if it does.
That dealership later told us it was a mistake, and they had pulled the car from the lot. Okay. And remember the dealership with the BMW X5 with the airbag recall?
So, my name's Anna Werner. I'm with CBS News.
The manager there told us he would have checked for any recalls before we bought the car, but that doesn't stop him from selling it.
Do you feel like they're safe with that recall?
They're not safe, but I mean, it's BMW, you have to go to BMW and ask them how they let these cars stay on the road.
All those dealers told us later that had we gone further in the buying process, they would have disclosed those unrepaired safety recalls. Two said they do not sell cars with the airbag recall. They hold them back, but couldn't explain how they wound up on their lot for sale. Now, a major used car dealership association told us that a new law, in their opinion, won't solve this problem and that auto manufacturers and the government should take responsibility. And they say that used car dealers are just as much of a victim of the process as customers are. But if you go out to shop, you can check the VIN numbers for yourself on the government website.
Oh, that's good to
So
know.
that's how you check
If you
it?
go
That's what
shopping,
you're
you
saying,
go on to safercar.gov and you put in the VIN number. VIN numbers are listed on the cars for sale online and whatnot. You go, you put the VIN number
It'll tell
in.
you whether it's subject to recall.
And to your point, we've made it actually easier for people who are watching. You can get information on your vehicle. If they have any open recalls, you can go to cbsthismorning.com for that information. We'll link all of it up for you.
All right, thank you, Anna. I'm sure Nicole, Chris, and Najee are glad they met you the other day. But you're giving very important information. I'm not making light of it. It's very important for people to know that there's an option that they can
And
do.
you need to know that those recalls are out there.
That's right. All right, thank you, Anna.